feel safe to build positive life and you and your areas to choose who can participate. Okay. I guess that doesn't matter now. All right. This is the Macho Marv show.
Yeah, is that the channel name or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay, I see it. Yeah, all right. You're alive.
Am I live?
Yeah, you're already alive. Yeah, you're already alive.
All right. Cool. So, what do you think? Should we light a candle? Get some ambiance in here?
If you want, yeah.
Some ambiance?
Yep.
Try not to burn the place down.
Well, you have it on like what, wood?
No, I got it on my little candle thing. Can't you see it?
Yeah. But still, like, you're playing with fire.
I am playing with fire. And paper and wood. Yes. It can go horribly wrong. Right?
Yes.
But I'm going to keep it right over there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
As long as I don't knock it over. Make sure I don't knock that over.
Oh, God. I hope not.
All right. So, I guess what we're going to do is go. Oh, shit, almost knocked my camera over. See? Holy cow, that would have been tragic. There you go. There you go. All right. So, I think what I'm going to do is work on some simple shapes and turn them into faces. So just starting out. So as we begin, we're going to go as traditional as possible. So I just got a simple printing paper. I got a couple pencils. Let's grab an eraser. And yeah, I think that's all we're really gonna need. Yeah. Oh, and a pencil sharpener. That's what we're gonna need that too. All right. Maybe an ink pen, depending on how I feel. All right. And then we're gonna go ahead and begin. So I got some small references on the side, so I'm going to be completely honest. Certain eyes and mouths and stuff like that. So things that I can play around with, but I'm going to totally mix and match everything that I got going on this side here. So
yeah, you got a couple people coming in and said hi.
Cool. Hey, how's it going? You just caught us right at the beginning. I almost knocked the camera over and burnt the place down, but I think we're off to a good start. So, all right. So follow along if you guys got paper. Like I said, we're just using simple printing paper. We're gonna use a simple pencil and no AI. All right. This is an AI-free channel. Okay. So no AI crap. I think the only thing that will extend beyond traditional art is maybe a little bit of digital inking on my iPad. All right. But today, what we're going to do is just work off some simple shapes. So I'm going to start with some circles. They don't have to be clean. All right. They don't even have to be perfect circles. You guys go ahead and let me know if you can see it on the camera fine. If not, I might go a little darker. They could be different sizes. All right. Like that. All right. I'm going to do some rectangles. Different size squares. Usually when you're sketching, it doesn't really matter so much, you know, like
Someone said can't see it. Probably, yeah, I might have to make them a little darker.
A little darker?
Yeah.
Okay, what if I zoomed in a hair? Let me zoom in a hair. All right.
I think it's also just because of the lighting above it doesn't It shines right on it.
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Which is kind of a little better.
A little better?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a lot better than.
All right. I got my son on the side helping me, so yeah, if you guys are having trouble seeing it or anything, just go ahead and type it in there, and I'll make the adjustments. All right, and then the last one, let's see, I'll do a few ovals like this. All right, maybe some weird ones like this.
You'll have to like zoom it out a tad because of the it crops. It cuts off of the last part.
Okay, there you go. How's that?
Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's definitely better
Okay.
for sure.
So what I'll do. So we have our basic shapes, all right? So what we'll do is first, let's go ahead and work on the center line of the head, all right? So let's see, let's do one in the middle. Let's do one on the side. Let's do one looking over this way. I don't know, it doesn't really matter so much. All right. I think the where things will pick up is where we set the eye line. Okay. So you can have, your center head anywhere around your shape. Have it center. All right, did that, this, and then we'll go like that. All right, cool. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our eye line. Now, I don't know if many of you have had a chance to sort of play around with this T form, but one of the things that when I was learning how to sketch, all right, was this using sort of your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, kind of like a T. So let me go right over here. There we go. So if you think of a T, right, and then your eyes are here, your nose is there, and then your mouth is there, you can adjust this. You can adjust this in different ways. So you can have it down, your nose can be here with your mouth ever like that. All right. Or you can have it really high like this, right? With your eyes here, nose here, and your mouth right there. So all these different sizes you can play around with your shapes, and they sort of lend to sort of the character that you're creating. So what we'll do is we'll do the plain Jane one right at the top. Let's do this one like that. We'll do that one like that. Let's see. All right. And one of the things that I found out when I first started sketching, I was using a sketchbook, and for some reason, the idea of me doing something like this to a sketchbook, like, I don't know, it like rubbed me the wrong way. It was like $10-15 on a sketchbook, and I'm just going to sit here and draw circles and and ovals and just different faces and heads on it. For some reason, I couldn't pull myself to do it. It was difficult for me. So when I got into using just printer paper, it was a lot easier for me. Like I have stacks of it, like right here, and it literally cost me like $4. And what's cool is after a while, you begin to just collect all these different, pages, and they live on their own. You can ink them, you can do whatever you want with them. If you don't like them, I don't suggest throwing away your sketches, but if you don't like them, you're really not screwing up a sketchbook or anything like that. So it's it sort of helps out. It's a lot easier to sketch if you have just something you can easily throw away or anything like that. So, all right. How are the pages? How are the lines looking so far, Stephen?
It looks good. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So the center line that's going across, right? This is your eye line. Now, usually your ears sit right under the eye line. Okay. So where they are on the head, you can put them anywhere, but I usually just start out with circles. All right, just give me an idea. All right. You can get little ones, you can get big ones, all right? And then from there, you can either give yourself a little imaginary line that kind of gives you a center of where the eye is, or you can just sort of eyeball it. Eyeball it. Did you get that? Did you get the pun, Stephen?
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, ha ha. Okay, all right.
Eyeball it.
So, all right, and then they can be, they could be anywhere on that line. It really doesn't matter. I mean, you're not creating fine art here. You're just drawing faces and sort of playing around with a few things, okay? And then you have your nose. Now, your nose can be anywhere on here. Average nose probably sits about right there, right? But I mean, you can have a nose sit up at the top, you can have a nose on the bottom, right? Somewhere around in there. And you can use any shape really to sort of map out your nose, Let's say, look, I got these eyes here. If I wanted to do like a square nose, I can put a square nose there. I can go nose like that. And as you can see, some of these faces are starting to take shape, And usually I just use either a simple circle or a line to sort of determine where this mouth is going to be, And then from there, we can sort of build off of what we have. Because from here, you have the basics, Your mouth is already pretty much taking shape. And then from there, it's using your red lines as sort of just like a blueprint or a guideline or anything like that. So we'll take this guy here, all right, and it doesn't matter where you start, but you can, you could start on the ears first, you could start on the eyes. These usually doesn't matter. And you can go simple with it, like I'm doing here. You can just like pow, right? And then kind of give him a little bit of a smirk. Gonna do that with his ears. Now, like I said, this is not finished pieces. These are just sketches. These are things you can do if you're on a break from work, or if you're sort of watching TV, you know, and you're kind of half paying attention. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll watch YouTube, you know, and then just sort of, you know, play around with sketches and stuff like that and see what I like, you know. Let's give his neck right there. All right. And then once you get your lines down, you can build this off, you know, however you want. You can, you know, you can give them like a little bit of a hairline, you know. Something like that. All right. You can make his eyes. Now these circles here, I want you to think of them as more like eye sockets, okay? So, and then these little things are your, you know, then you get your eyebrows there. Now, if you scrunch your eyebrows down, you know, you could, they might go over the, you know, the eye socket a little. And my lines don't obey the circle at all, okay? They can go outside of it. It's just, you know, it's more of a relaxed sort of cartoony feel, you know? And then you can give this guy like a nice chubby nose, right? We want to make his head feel kind of big. You know, we'll make his ears a little small. He's like, meow. Give him a big neck, like a big chin, you know. All right. And then this one, we can make him go like, what the hell? You know, give him that kind of look. Let's give this guy a pointy nose, okay? Ooh, God, would you look at that mouth? Oh my God, that thing looks horrible. Give him a big ear. You might see some of it on this side. Put that right there. Then we'll give this dude like receding hair like that. Big old forehead. Yeah, that one looks pretty cool. All right. Let's see. What do we want to do with this one? Let's do this one. Let's make this one like he's like, oh crap. He's got his eyebrows are high, right? His hair's way up there, right? Right? And then his eyes are like, oh crap. They're like, top eyelids are really down there, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the lower lids like down like that, right? And he's gonna be like, oh snap. Like, what the hell happened? I know I didn't just do that, did I? Maybe make his nose crinkled a little. You know? This one, let's do something different with this guy's mouth. Let's go. If you guys got any questions while I'm while I'm sketching here, go ahead and toss them in the comments. I'll answer what I can. Gives me something to do than other than just rambling here about my sketches. Let's give him a square chin. Give him a thicker neck. There you go. Yeah, that's not bad. I usually like to make this line a little thicker on the bottom because it kind of gives me an idea of like where the shirt line's going to go. Kind of want to play around. I wonder if I got a ball. Oh, look at that. I got a ballpoint pen. See what a ballpoint pen will do. There we go. All right. Ballpoint pen. So I'm going to do a pointy nose. All right. Because we did a triangle for this head. All right. A little smaller on the eyes. He's probably, let's make him looking over at this dude. He's like, dude, what are you doing? Right? He's like, add a little line like in the middle of his lip. We'll go here, but let's give him a big earlobe. You know. Like he's like, dude, like what are you doing? What are you all surprised for? We're gonna give him a little butt chin, like that. Okay. And then hardly any hair on his head. There you go. How's that coming out, Steven? Is it looking good on screen?
Yeah, it does.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Let's...
Don't really have a whole lot of people in, not really too many.
That's fine.
But I think it's a good start.
I think... Give this guy a really big forehead.
Big forehead and big eyebrows.
Yep. Give him a mohawk. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna do some of the square ones. Goof around with those, see what kind of faces we can make. I think. Almost want to, there you go. Let's give this guy a really high forehead. All right. Give this one a big triangle nose. Big bottom lip. So you let me know how long you think we should probably go at this.
I mean, depends on how long you want to go. I mean, it really is. I mean, what, we've been live, I don't know how long we've been live for. It doesn't show how long you've been live for, but
Let's see here.
I'm thinking
27 minutes.
I would say for what you're doing, if you keep it shorter, that'd probably be better.
Yeah.
I mean, at least for something like this, it really depends on your. It always depends on your mood, and then if people show up,
Yeah.
then you feel like you go longer. It's always weird how that works.
Mm-hmm.
There's times where when I would live stream, I would have people show up, and it would extend me for another 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It all comes down to what you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about streaming with YouTube Shorts is that people are gonna come for a few minutes, leave. It's like when you're shopping at at one of those markets.
Yeah.
That's how I like to a good analogy. But I mean, the sketches definitely look like they're coming together.
Cool.
I guess the only thing is how do you get rid of in that case, if you're, say for example, if you're happy with what you've got, how do you get rid of the red lines without having to erase the whole thing?
I don't know. Usually you can just sort of lightly erase around it, you know?
Right.
I mean, as long as you get your lines down. I'm the type of guy that I don't mind having guidelines in there. You know, I mean, it's just a sketch anyway, you know?
Especially because later, if you bring it into a digital form,
yeah,
you're not going to have them anyway.
No, they're not going to be there. They're not going to exist.
You literally could probably take the sketch, move it over to your iPad,
yeah,
digital drawing, and then you can almost like trace over your own work.
I do a lot of that. Like usually, like some of these are just the basis of what I want to do. So, you know, and then if I enjoy like a certain face or an expression, you know, I'll build off of it more. Let's see, what kind of expression do I want to give this kid? I'm going to give him a tiny triangle nose in the middle. Let's just give him a little happy look. There you go. And then let's go back to the ballpoint. I like the ballpoint pen. of make his nose a little bit more prominent, make it like stick out a little. Something different. Now for the ears.
I'd say, let's see, I think we're at what, 30 minutes? Probably close it off in like 5 or 10, depending on how you feel.
All right.
And then what's cool about that is you can take that, make it into a short later, depending on how you feel like.
All right. Let's move down to one of the rounder ones then. Let's do this guy then. Maybe what we'll do is make this guy into an alien. So okay. Have a really long neck. All right, so I'm gonna give him these like weird ears. There you go. And then what kind of mouth I want to give him. Big eyes, big alien eyes. All right, and then we'll give him a big dome head. And then let's see. Since this is the last one we're probably gonna do, let's go ahead and put some more ump in this one. And this like kind of weird looking nose. And then what we'll do is turn around with the red pencil. And he has like these little bug eyes or something like that, and then he'll have these red spots on his head.
Red spots on his head.
Yeah. Let's give him some more. Give him some more context around his eyes. There you go. Little dots in his eyes. There you go.
It's looking like an egg at that point.
There you go. Give him a little antenna on his head. beep bop boop beep beep bop.
They'll put more emphasis on the fact that it's an alien, not just an egghead.
Yeah, beep bop. There you go. All right. What do you think? We're done for now?
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
All
Really
right.
good start. And
And maybe what we'll do next time around, I won't do so many shapes, and then we'll just make a little bit bigger heads, and we'll
Yep.
expand off of that.
all right.
All right. So then, how do I stop this?
PX.